We are going on with exponents, and in this video we'll deal with 3 examples where we have exponents that are fractions. So let us look at our first example. We have, in brackets, 16 times x to the power of negative 16 raised to a quarter. Now, normally if we had brackets, we know that we can remove the brackets by multiplying the exponents. So this would be x to the power of 2 times 3, and that becomes x to the power of 6. So we are going to take this exponent of a quarter and multiply it with the exponents on the inside of the bracket. But I also notice that I can rewrite 16. So 16 can be written as 2 to the power of 4. So we actually have 2 to the power of 4, x to the power of negative 16 raised to the power of a quarter. And now we can multiply this quarter with the exponents of the 2 and the x. So it will be 2 to the power of 4 times a quarter times x to the power of minus 16 times a quarter, and that it becomes 2 to the power of 1 x to the power of minus 4. But in algebra, we always want to leave our answers as positive exponents. So I'm using the rule where I can rewrite x to the power of minus 4 as 1 over x to the power of 4. Let's move on to our second example. In this example, we have 2a to the power of minus a half divided by 4a to the power of a half. And if I rewrite this as a fraction, it will be 2a to the power of minus a half over 4a to the power of a half. Now I can divide the coefficients of one another. So 2 over 4 would simply become 1 over 2, or a half. So that is equals to 1 half. And if I apply the law of division when it comes to exponents, I would subtract the bottom exponent from the top exponent. So I would say minus a half minus the half from the bottom. And 2 halves subtracted from one another becomes 1 times a to the power of minus 1 over 2. And remember, in algebra, we want to leave our answer as positive exponents. So I'll move the a to the power of negative 1 to the denominator. So this will be 1 over 2a to the power of 1. But we don't have to write the 1. So it is simply 1 over 2a. Let us move on to our third example. So here we have multiples of 2, and we can see that we have various different exponents for 2. So let us start with the numerator. I know that if I have anything raised to the power of 0, that will become 1. So this will be 1 multiplied with the rest. So we have 1 multiplied with 2 to the power of minus 1 plus minus a half. So what I'm doing is I'm adding the exponents of the 2's in the numerator together. Now what I already know is that if I have minus 1 and I add negative a half, that becomes minus 1 and a half, which is the same as saying negative 3 over 2. And I notice that the exponent of negative 3 over 2 is already in the denominator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this answer in my numerator and write it as negative 3 over 2. And that is over 2 to the power of negative 3 over 2 times 2 to the power of negative 2. And the reason why I do that is because now I can cancel out the 2 to the power of negative 3 over 2. So it's important to not just go blindly into a solution, but inspect the solution, and sometimes you can simplify your answer as you are working through it. So I'm left with 1 over 2 to the power of negative 2. And we have already learned how to rewrite this. This will become 2 to the power of positive 2, which is equal to 4.